Hey there again. I know you're seriously considering a move to Middle Tennessee, to the Nashville, Tennessee area. That's what I'm here to help you with. I know you know about the school systems. I know you know about the tax situation here in Nashville and in Tennessee in itself. So many people are looking to move here because of the tax situation, because of the more American values that we seem to have, the family values. People want to have their children grow up here or grandchildren grow up here. They want to live closer to their grandchildren. I hear it all the time from those who I've helped move here to the Nashville, Tennessee area. But what you may not know is some of the big changes. You know, with growth, there's always big changes. And I'm going to tell you about a couple negatives and some things that we're doing to make those changes more positive for you. But here's more up-to-date 2024 information of huge things coming to the Nashville, Tennessee area. You need to stick around and you need to know these. I think today I'm just going to jump right into it for you because I know you want to get to this information. One of the biggest things about what's going on in Nashville is so many businesses that are moving here. And I don't mean just smaller businesses, I mean enormous businesses. I know you know that Oracle is coming here. They're moving their world headquarters to the Nashville area. They're doing a renovation over on the East Bank. What you may not know is part of that entire 72-acre campus, and it's a $1.2 billion, with a B, $1.2 billion investment into the Nashville, Tennessee area. Going to bring so much great business, ancillary business, residential ways of places to live, employment. But one of the other things they're going to do is help ease our traffic burden and make it much easier to get back and forth across the Cumberland River from the east side of the river to the west side of the river. What that's going to do, that's going to help us with some of our traffic issues. With growth has come growing traffic pains, and that corridor that they are building is going to be huge. They've just released the plans for a beautiful pedestrian bridge to go across. So, you know, it's so much fun to be able to walk all the way across the bridge or bike across. There's another pedestrian bridge already. And just to make the free flow getting from one side of the river to the other. So if you want to live over in the artsy East Nashville, really cool area with phenomenal foods and restaurants you also probably know about, then this will be an easier way for you to get back and forth without even maybe taking your car. That's going to be huge for this area. A number two thing that they're doing as far as updates for our infrastructure is an expanded public transit system. Now, one of the problems, I'll be first to admit, one of our problems is that we grew so fast and we've never had, like in Atlanta, an underground system. And we don't have a light rail system as you do in many areas like Denver, Colorado. We don't have a subway system like New York. Frankly, I don't think we're ever going to have that. You probably know we have an awful lot of granite. We have an awful lot of rock here. And also Tennessee, the New Madrid fault line. So lots of reasons. And besides that, once you've got an entire city developed on one area, it's really hard to go back in and transplant or move people around. It's eminent domain. Can you imagine how freaking mad people would be if they had to lose their home for eminent domain? Or how mad you'd be if you had a wonderful apartment that you loved right downtown, walking distance, but then a train went right past your window. I don't think we're going to have that. But we are beefing up our WeGo system, our bus line system, to be able to go to more areas of the city. Is it going to be great? Probably not. Is it going to help relieve some of the congestion? Absolutely. Once we put more of those lines, more of those bus lines and longer routes throughout the city, it is definitely going to help. With those improvements is obviously going to be some road improvements. Now, if you've traveled our roads much, you do know that some of the heavier congested interstates, I-24, I-65, I-40, all meet in downtown Nashville, which is one of the beauties of Nashville because so many interstates taking you across the country meet in this one area, but they get a lot of traffic. And if you happen to travel from downtown Nashville to I-24 going southeast, southwest, you do know that we got a lot of potholes. One of the other problems with us, and this is not an excuse, but one of the other problems with Nashville is the fact that we don't have the heavy duty ice and snow that other areas of the country have. So we don't have a whole lot of that equipment to remove that ice and snow. So we do use a lot of salt. We get it prepared, get the roads prepared before it even falls to make it easier for people to get around. But that salt really eats up the asphalt. We are constantly doing updates to our interstates. We are constantly doing new blacktop, new road paving, and there's lots more money that has been allocated to doing all of these repairs. These road improvements are poised to elevate the overall driving experience of those coming to and from Nashville, bolstering a safer, more efficient road network for all. We do not have paid toll roads as they do in many cities, and that's not even the conversation that is being had right now. One of the other things you may have heard of is that we do have very low wheel taxes annually. I've been quite surprised with all the people that I've helped out move to Nashville with the expense that they have annually just to renew their auto tags. We have about $100 a year auto tags max if you're not a commercial vehicle driver. If you have an EV, there's an extra $100 a year because we don't get your gas tax, the taxes from you putting fuel in your car. But these are very reasonable fees I'm finding from most other top 50 cities around the country, and that's something to know and to enjoy when you move here. I forget all the time to introduce myself. I'm Susan Thetford. I am a lifelong Nashvilleian and a full-time realtor here of the last 30 plus years. I'm getting up there in those years, which is crazy to think about. But what I do on this show is every single week put out a new video to share information to people, to get them to know Nashville, to see what it's like, to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and help you in discovering whether Nashville is the right place for you. If you are in the process of discovering that and you want to do some research for yourself, go ahead, subscribe to this show. We talk about all kinds of things, and I have hundreds of videos for you to take a look at, looking at all the suburbs and counties around Nashville too. Nashville is not just one area, and most people don't live in Nashville proper itself. But if you are ready to talk and you want to really fine-tune some of your questions, you need to reach out to me here. Check out this calendar link. Set up a time we can talk for about 30 minutes. If you're not quite ready for that, you just want to sink into my relocation guide, you can grab that right here. Next up, let's talk about the booming housing and real estate that we have going on here in Nashville. Between commercial development, housing developments, apartment developments, luxury apartment developments, we have cranes all over the Middle Tennessee area. In fact, the last couple of years we've been laughing about the fact that our national bird, our state bird, is no longer the mockingbird, it is the crane. All those cranes dotting the skyline. We have had a boom over the last 10 years and we still have it. If you've been watching for long, you've also seen our prices of homes really increasing. Now, as I said, I've been a realtor for over 30 years here in the Nashville area. I really, even in the worst depression that we had, a recession, actually 2007, 8, 9, I didn't see drops. We didn't have the massive drops that we've had in many other states throughout the country, many other large cities throughout the country. We tend to stay pretty even keel. There may be a drop in values from 2 to 5, 10%, maybe in some of the very, very outskirt areas where there would be a whole lot of competition with new construction. But when you're getting a little bit closer inside that 840 corridor, there's not a lot of new construction happening. Because of that, there's not a lot of competition. And the closer in you get to town, the more people want to stay within that area. So here's what I'm trying to tell you. We do have a lot more neighborhoods coming up, and there's some things for both those city lovers who want to be in the city, walking distance. We've got some of those coming up. We also have several new housing developments. 3 that are on the books, and this is just 3. There's so many more all throughout the city. You need to reach out to me so we can determine exactly what you want, and I can let you know of what that might suit that bill. But the Nashville Heights is one of the first, and that's located in the heart of downtown Nashville. Nashville Heights is a luxury apartment building with offering all the upscale living amenities you can possibly think of, with the rooftop swimming pool, gym membership right there in the building. So many of our luxury areas down by the Gulch, downtown, out to the West End corridor, are luxury of our Music Row, our luxury apartments, and they have some luxury prices going on with them, but all of your amenities are there, and you can walk to coffee shops, walk to the gym, walk to all the things that you need on a day-to-day basis. These are some areas that you may not even need a car, and you won't hear me say that very often here in the Nashville area, but these are places that you possibly could do very well without a car and just Uber when you want to go, over to Percy Warner Park, or you want to go a little further out and biking down the Natchez Trace. So another new development that's in the works, it's not out of the ground yet, but it's in the plans, is called the Green Valley Estates. This is going to be a little further out from the downtown Nashville area. It puts you in a very picturesque area, family-friendly atmosphere near the parks. The development emphasizes a community living with green spaces, walking trails, recreational facilities, make it the perfect, ideal place for families who are looking for more of a balanced lifestyle of close in toward town, within a 30-minute drive to downtown if you happen to work that area, in great family-friendly neighborhoods. A third new location is called Harmony Hills, and this is located in the quiet area over in the Brentwood community. Now, this is also looking for all the priorities that people have in looking for modern living: the community walking trails, the gathering spaces, strong atmospheres, fostering that community with clubhouses and parades and things to do for the holiday, to really create a community within a community that people seem to really love nowadays. They want smaller lot sizes. They do, of course, will have an HOA. Anything built after 2000 will have an HOA, but it also builds in a community for you that, especially as a newcomer, it can be hard to meet new people. What an easy way to walk your dog, take your kids out for a bike ride, find people who enjoy doing the things you do within your community and create that community really fast. Harmony Hills and the Green Valley Estates are each places that are new to the Nashville area, coming soon as far as the homes available for sale, and it might be something you want to click into. Number 3 is going to be the tech industry growth. Now, you may not think of Nashville as being a giant tech industry area, but remember I said when, even in times of recession in 2006, 2007, 2008, we didn't have those giant rise and fall of home prices. Part of that is because we have such a varied business community. It's both manufacturing, it's the music industry, it's the entertainment industry, it's banking, and it's tech. Why else do you think Oracle came here? We also have so many good colleges and universities that, again, they felt like the education system here was great to bring people into the Oracle family. Those are one of the reasons that people are so thriving to look at Nashville. Putting these pieces together in that tech industry is very important for us. In addition to Oracle bringing their world headquarters here, we now have Innovatech has just recently announced that they are moving their world headquarters to here in Nashville. This, of course, is going to bring a wave of new opportunities for careers. The strategic move brings over 2,000 high-paying jobs to Nashville, which obviously will bolster our economy tremendously and consolidate Nashville's status as a top tech industry hub. In addition to that, we have several startup incubators. The tech ecosystem in Nashville is thriving with the launch of several new incubators and co-working spaces. These incubators serve to nurture the grounds for tech startups, provide invaluable resources and mentorship and networking opportunities. One of the beauties that I hear about consistently from people moving here is that our entrepreneur world, our startup world, is full of mentors from those who have really are captains of their industries. And they really enjoy, maybe they're retired, maybe not, but they enjoy mentoring and helping people grow their small companies. We have several different startup company, venture capital companies here, and they really like to do homegrown venture capital projects. One of the things you might have been munching on lately is a Christie cookie. Heard of them? It started in my brother's business long ago, which is now Brookdale Industries, but at the time it was a healthcare development industry partnership, and someone from that, Christy Houck, from there, started just making cookies at home and bringing them to his office as office birthday gifts and Christmas gifts. Those cookies were so good, he was talked into, you should build a business. Well, I think that was back in the early 80s. I remember about when it started. It's now a worldwide business. He quit working with Jacques Miller at the time, and he quit working with them, started his small startup company, Christie Cookies, and now they ship cookies worldwide. The Christie Cookie shop is down there over right by the river. You can still get those cookies today, but it's the incubators that teach people how to grow and expand their business, kind of like a Shark Tank. Wonderful, and Nashville is well known for that. Something else is that Nashville is set to host a series of tech industry conventions throughout 2024, which is of course going to attract industry luminaries throughout the country and around the globe. These conferences serve as platform for knowledge exchange and for networking and collaboration, positioning Nashville as a key player in that tech conference circuit. Attendees can look forward to engaging with cutting-edge technologies and insights at these prestigious events. Now again, what is it you want to do? What kind of business do you want to start? Do you want to start a business alongside of a career? I think Nashville's a great place to be able to have the opportunity to do just that. Number 4, I know you know that we are the music capital of the world. And I know if you watch any of my videos that you know it's not just country music. It's music, but it's also music videos. It's also movies. Many movies are being filmed here in the Nashville area. Here up and down Nashville Corridor down into Atlanta. You may know of the CMA Fest. You may know of Bonnaroo. My kids always tell me I say that wrong. You know of that music festival that's about an hour east of Nashville. The full moon picking parties once a month. Many, 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 many. If you're on my newsletter list, then every week I send you different things that are happening in and around Nashville. If you want on that list, put your name down below or shoot me a message that you want to get on my list to send things to you to show you, so that when you plan your trip here to Nashville, you'll know, hey, let's plan on doing a couple of these things when we get there. But we've got the beautiful concerts. We've got so many things, but there's more. Just wait. There are a couple of music festivals that are getting started here. We are about to unveil the Nashville Arts District, which will bring in a new era of creativity and more expression. This dynamic district hosts avant-garde events and inaugurates a contemporary art museum, showcasing works from emerging artists. Visitors can immerse themselves in a kaleidoscope of artistic endeavors, fostering a deep appreciation for Nashville's cultural tapestry. Now, yeah, I read that, obviously. That's not how I talk every day. But I didn't really know how to say it because it's getting started. It is being built. I haven't seen it yet. Can't wait. Franklin actually has an art crawl. There are several different art crawls in the Nashville area, and they're going to be down there at that new Nashville Arts District. So if you're an artsy kind of person or you love to just indulge in seeing what new things people are doing, you need to check it out. In addition to our CMA Fest, in addition to the Bonnaroo or whatever it's called, in addition to many of the festivals that you already know about, Nashville is pairing up with an array of new annual music festivals spotlighting both local talent and renowned international artists. These festivals promise, again, the immersive musical experience. We've got the Nashville Music Showcase, which is going to be an annual showcase celebrating the city's local talent and diverse music scene, featuring performance across various genres from up-and-coming artists and established musicians. Then we also have the Music City International Festival, which is a multi-day event that brings together artists from around the world to showcase their music, offering attendees a global music experience right in the heart of Nashville. We already have, but it's not as well known, the Nashville Roots Revival Festival, which is a festival devoted to preserving and promoting the rich musical heritage of Nashville, highlighting traditional roots music through live performance and workshops and interactive experiences. If music is your thing, if you want to really delve into that, there's lots of places you can go, maybe over to Sewanee for some songwriters camps, some art camps. So many cultural things to do. Find your niche, find the thing you love. We can direct you to finding your vibe, your tribe in those same things. But in addition to music, we've got theater and the performance venues as well. Nashville's theater and performance landscape is expanding with the unveiling of several new venues. These spaces showcase a diverse repertoire of shows, from Broadway productions to avant-garde performances, catering to audiences' varied tastes. Now, I don't know if we're going to get back to the 70s poetry readings. That's not quite my vibe, but it might be yours, and I would be willing to bet we've got them somewhere around here. So let me mention a couple of the theaters that you may not yet know about. The Grand Oak Theater, which is a newly opened theater venue in Nashville that hosts a mix of Broadway productions, musicals, and plays, providing a platform for local and touring theater groups to showcase their talent. If you are an aspiring thespian, that may be a place for you to check out and try out for one of the shows. The Harmony Playhouse is a contemporary performance space that specializes in experimental theater productions and immersive storytelling experience, pushing the boundaries of traditional theater in Nashville. We also have the City Lights Theater, which is known for its intimate setting and diverse programming. The City Lights Theater presents a mix of classic and contemporary theatrical works, offering audience a range of engaging and thought-provoking performances. There you go. What do you like? Arts, theater, music? What is it you want? We got it. And last but not least, this is a very important, especially to people who come maybe from out west, where they've maybe done a little bit more of these green initiatives that are so important to them. From California, Portland, I've got people from Austin, from all over, especially the West, who the green is very important to them. Maybe a lot of the other things that were happening around there, but the green initiatives are important. We hope to keep a good balance, and with that in mind, there are some green initiatives and sustainability projects that are going on now. So first, the city is embarking on the Green Nashville Initiative, which is a significant expansion of its green spaces. The creation of 10 new parks and community gardens not only enhance residents' access to nature, but also bolsters biodiversity and strengthens the city's resilience to environmental challenges. I don't know about any of that. That's what they say. Here's what it does do. It gives you a place to be outside. People need to be in the grass. They need to just be able to breathe. And Williamson County, I will say, has done a much better job of building acres and acres and acres and acres of parks and bicycle paths, that type of thing. Nashville has not done such a great job of that, but because that's become important in the last 2 decades, there are quite a few more. Now we've got the Percy Warner Parks, which is thousands of acres of park. You got Shelby Bottoms, which is a beautiful greenway. So we've got many, 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 and then we have lots of pocket parks. For example, my grade school, actually, building burned down when I was in college, and they've turned that into a park. So if you happen to live over on the west side, that's a great park to take your children to basketball. There are parks in pretty much any area of Nashville that you decide you want to live in. So don't let that keep you from considering Nashville as a great place to live. We do have many parks, and now they've increased the initiative to include lots more. Something I also tell people all the time, though, is if you want to get to a state park, if you want to be able to have a different place to go to and hike here in town, you've got Radnor, you got Percy Creek Lake, you got the 2 lakes, you've got Percy Warner, Edwin Warner Parks, you've got the Shelby Bottoms, Greenway, Long Hunter State Park, many state parks. You can also go on down to the Natchez Trace, beautiful parkway to ride your bikes or to just have that great Sunday drive, lots of hiking to do there. Or you can go less than an hour away to many different areas for a good weekend retreat. One of the favorite places that I had growing up was Montgomery Bell State Park, and that's just a hop, skip, and a jump down Highway 100. Something else that the Nashville Green Initiative is doing is encouraging businesses, incentivizing businesses to adopt some eco-friendly practices and construct sustainable buildings. Through a series of green building initiatives and certificates, companies are encouraged to embrace energy efficient technologies, reduce the carbon emissions, and minimize environmental impact of that new construction. This shift towards eco-friendly construction not only is environmentally conscious, but also economically beneficial in the long run. So in addition to eco-friendly building, we also need to have an increase in our waste reduction programs. To combat waste and promote recycling, Nashville is taking out a citywide programs aimed at reducing waste generation and increasing recycling efforts. These initiatives include curbside recycling expansion, composting programs, and educational campaigns to raise awareness about sustainable waste management practices. By fostering a culture of waste and reduction and resource conservation, Nashville's working toward a cleaner, more sustainable environment for its residents. I'm going to tell you something that is definitely a negative, that I have seen a change in the last couple of years, and this frankly does scare many native Nashvillians. We used to have very clean streets. It was super rare to see trash in the streets. With the influx of newcomers who have come here in the last couple of years, maybe they're just coming from an area, they've gotten used to seeing trash on the streets. That irks me no end. And we are working really hard to have that clean up. But please come here, keep your trash with you, keep it in your car with you, take it home, and then we'll use one of these waste reduction programs to help you get rid of it from your home. But oh my gosh, it has been terrible to see people not respecting other people and keeping our roads clean, especially on the interstates. So please keep that in mind and treat it like you would treat your grandmother's house. So there you have it, 5 initiatives, 5 2024 initiatives that are actively happening now, because we're about halfway through the 2024 year anyway. There are things. Nashville is not perfect, but boy, are we doing our best to keep us to be a great, happy, pretty conservative. Some people don't like me saying that. I don't care, because obviously I kind of am. And I want to keep us that way, family friendly. You be you, let me be me, stay out of my children's lives, and we're all going to be fine. That's what I'm finding. People really have those kind of values when they move here. And if that's impressive to you, if that's something that you want, then go ahead, reach out to me. Let's have a quick 30-minute talk so that you can tell me more about what it is you want. Again, don't tell me you want a 4-bedroom house with an open concept. I need to help you first funnel down to the location and funnel down to your needs and what you want in a community. And then we will start doing that next fine-tuning of the search. But if you're ready to talk, whether it's 2 weeks from now that you want to move or 2 years from now, it's not too early. Let's start building a relationship so that I can help you out and you move to Nashville. See you next week.